Hello, world, and welcome to another episode of We love to talk about exciting subjects in science, medicine, robotics, astronomy, futuristic ideas, music, or anything interesting in the news. So let's get into it. Did you know in the news there's an artificial intelligent tool that scans eyes that can accurately predict a person's risk of heart disease in less than a minute? The breakthrough could enable ophthalmologists and other health workers to carry out cardiovascular screening on the high street using a camera without the need for blood tests or blood pressure checks. Researchers found AI-enabled imaging of the retina's veins and arteries can specify the risk of cardiovascular disease, cardiovascular death, and stroke. They say the results could open the door to highly effective, non-invasive tests becoming available for people at medium to high risk of heart disease that does not have to be done in a clinic. Professor Alicia Rudnicka stated that this AI tool could let someone know in 60 seconds or less their level of risk. If someone learned their risk was higher than expected, they could prescribe statins or offer another intervention. Now, for those that are not familiar with the word statin, it's a group of drugs that can act to reduce levels of fat, including triglycerides and cholesterol in the blood. So, speaking from the health conference in Copenhagen, Professor also added it could end up improving cardiovascular health and saving lives. Circulatory disease, including cardiovascular disease, coronary heart disease, heart failure, and stroke, are major causes of ill health and death worldwide. Cardiovascular disease alone is the most common cause of death globally. While several tests to predict risk exist, they are not always able to accurately identify those who will go on to develop or die of heart disease. Researchers developed a fully automated AI-enabled tool, Quartz, to assess the potential of retina vasculature imaging, plus known risk factors to predict vascular health and death. They used this tool to scan images from 88,052 UK Biobank participants, the age between 40 and 69. The researchers looked specifically at the width, vessel area, and degree of curvedness of the arteries and veins in the retina to develop prediction models for stroke, heart attack, and death of circulatory disease. Apply the models of the retina images of 7,411 participants, age 48 to 92, of the European Prospective Investigation into Cancer, right, from the Norfolk study. The performance of the Quartz was compared with widely used, Framingham Risk Score framework. Everyone's health was tracked of the average 7 to 9 years. In men's, the width, curvedness, and width variations of the veins and arteries in the retinas were found to be important predictors of death from circulatory diseases. In women, the artery area and width of the vein curvedness and width variations contribute to risk predictions. This sounds like very exciting news. The AI tool harnessed data from the participants, including any history of smoking, drugs, to treat high blood pressure to prevent heart attacks. Researchers found that the retina data computed by Quartz was significantly associated with cardiovascular disease, death, strokes, with similar predictive performance to the Framingham Clinical Risk Score. Goes on to say that AI-enabled vascular Ometry risk predictions is fully automated, low cost, non-invasive, and has the potential of reaching a higher proportion of the population in the community because of high street availability and because blood sampling of blood pressure measurements are not needed, the researchers wrote. So let me know, guys, what do you think about this article? There are plenty of articles out there reading about this, but for anybody that wants to know what's going on, this is something that I think will help everybody in the future. If you like this type of news, like and subscribe. I'm looking for everything interesting to keep us apprised of what's going on in the world. You all stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. Later.